Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our journey into the fascinating world of biology. Have you ever wondered how today we can perform complex surgeries like heart transplants, while centuries ago even small diseases were considered fatal? That's because biology has never stopped growing, it's always expanding with new discoveries. Biology, quite simply, is the scientific study of life and living organisms. But remember, this subject is not static. It grows just as life itself grows. Every time you hear about a new vaccine or medicine being developed, like during the COVID-19 pandemic, you are actually witnessing the growth of biology in action. Think back to early humans. They started studying plants, animals, and their surroundings out of necessity for food, shelter, and healing. Without knowing it, they laid the very foundation of biology. Just like species evolve through natural selection, biology too has evolved from simple observations to today's powerful fields like genetics, biotechnology, and molecular biology. Isn't that incredible? Now let's step back in time. Ancient civilizations like India, Egypt, and China were among the first to explore biology. They carefully documented their knowledge of medicinal plants, human anatomy, and even diseases. Take Ayurveda, for example. This ancient Indian system of medicine is one of the earliest applications of biological knowledge to human health. Farmers, too, played a big role. They were the first applied biologists, selecting and breeding plants and animals for better yield, a practice we now call artificial selection. Early humans also observed nature closely. They noticed seasonal patterns, like which plants grew after the monsoon, and connected them to survival. So, in a way, every farming cycle and herbal remedy was biology in practice. Fast forward to ancient Greece, where Aristotle, often called the father of biology, systematically studied and classified animals. This was one of the first attempts to bring order to the immense diversity of life. Here's an important term: taxonomy. Taxonomy is the branch of biology that deals with classifying organisms based on their similarities and differences. You see it every time you open your textbook and notice charts of kingdoms, phyla, and classes. These early classifications also hinted at something deeper: our evolutionary connections. By grouping animals with common features, scientists were indirectly pointing to shared ancestry long before evolution was formally explained. Now comes the real turning point: the Renaissance and beyond. With the invention of the microscope in the 17th century, biology took a giant leap forward. Robert Hooke first described tiny compartments in cork, which he named cells. And Anton van Leeuwenhoek went even further. He was the first to observe living microorganisms. This era shifted biology from simple descriptions to careful experiments and detailed observations. In fact, every time you look at onion peel cells under a microscope in your school lab, you're repeating Hooke's classical experiment. And here's the big takeaway: the cell is the structural and functional unit of life. This discovery laid the foundation of modern biology. Look at Hooke's cork cell diagram. It all started here. As we move into the 1800s, biology exploded with revolutionary ideas. Charles Darwin introduced the theory of evolution by natural selection. This explained how living beings change over time and adapt to their environment. Around the same time, Louis Pasteur showed that microorganisms were the cause of many diseases. This became the famous germ theory, which is still the foundation of medicine today. And then came Gregor Mendel, experimenting with pea plants in his monastery garden. He discovered the basic laws of inheritance, how traits pass from parents to offspring. That's why we call him the father of genetics. And look around you. Every time you hear about hybrid crops or improved plant varieties, that's Mendel's principles at work. Darwin's finches, Mendel's pea plants, these were small observations with huge impact. Now, let's enter the modern era. In 1953, James Watson and Francis Crick proposed the double helix structure of DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. DNA is the molecule of life, carrying genetic information in every cell. This discovery opened up molecular biology, genetics, and biotechnology. Today, we have advanced tools like genetic engineering, cloning, and even gene therapy that allow doctors to correct faulty genes. Isn't that amazing? And it's not just genetics. Neuroscience is uncovering how billions of neurons in your brain communicate through tiny electrical impulses, explaining everything from memory to emotions. From decoding the human genome to creating life-saving medicines, biology today touches every aspect of our lives. DNA double helix glowing across the screen, symbol of modern biology. So, let's bring all this together. Biology began with simple herbal remedies and keen observations by early humans. It grew through Aristotle's classifications, Hooke's discovery of cells, Darwin's theory of evolution, Mendel's genetics, and finally to modern-day biotechnology and molecular biology. Notice how every stage added a new layer of understanding. And here's the best part, you are living proof of biology's growth. Every vaccine you take, every conservation project you hear about, every modern crop variety, all of these are results of biology's continuous evolution. Isn't it fascinating that the story of biology is still being written every single day? I hope this session opened your eyes to the amazing journey of biology as a science. Remember, biology isn't just a subject in your textbook, it's the living story of life itself. Until next time, keep observing, keep questioning, and keep wondering about the marvels of life. Because biology truly is the science of life in all its incredible beauty.